While we can appreciate winter driving for its uniqueness and inherent challenges, we greatly prefer the summer months when we can roll down the windows and let the wind blow through our hair. The warm weather just makes for a better, more connected driving experience. But if you really want to make the most of it, you're going to want to get something with a convertible top. These are the best convertibles you can buy. Jeep Wrangler. While not traditionally the type of vehicle that comes to mind when people think of convertibles, the Jeep Wrangler absolutely qualifies as one, because every single trim has a completely removable top. In fact, the doors are also removable and the windshield folds down, making this one of the best open-air SUVs of all time. On top of that, you also get all the benefits of an off-road 4x4. That includes all-wheel drive, a high ground clearance, a rugged all-terrain suspension, a standard spare tire mounted on the rear, plenty of internal storage, and a whole lot more. And while the engine gets a respectable baseline horsepower rating of 270, it's also gotten an efficiency boost 35% better than previous iterations. That means this is a much more viable option for a daily driver than ever before. Jeep's Wrangler is a legendary SUV and it's also a killer convertible. Ford Mustang GT Convertible. The Ford Mustang is legendary, as it almost single-handedly created the pony car vehicle class way back in 1962. And while the various hard-top versions are certainly favorited across the automotive industry, they also offer versions of the car with a convertible top. That means you can blitz down the highway aboard an up to 460 horsepower 5.0 liters V8 steed with the sun shining down on your face and wind in your hair. Of course, the convertible version also gets all the other bits that make this a great car to begin with, including heated and cooled leather seats, smart app connectivity, detailed performance metrics accessible via the dash, optional Brembo brakes, selectable driving modes, and a good deal more. If you like drop tops and pony cars, this is the best of both worlds. Jaguar F-Type Convertible. Especially when you get into the higher-end trims, it is extremely clear that Jaguar's F-Type is one of the best sports cars currently on the road. As luck would have it, it's also one of the few offered in a convertible style at every trim level, which makes it an exceptional option for those seeking a drop-top car. And that's to say nothing of the performance specs, which are a treat in themselves. For instance, the base-level trim gets 296 horsepower, while the high-end SVR trim gives drivers a whopping 575 ponies. And while pure driving power is an enticing offer, the F-Type has another interesting value proposition. It's available in 4WD. That elevates it even further above other similar options, especially for those who know the value of an all-wheel drive system in the colder parts of the year. Porsche 911 Targa 4. For the better part of a century, the German automakers at Porsche have been building small, sporty performance vehicles that are beloved across every stretch of the automotive world. And while there are plenty of purists out there who will have you know they prefer hardtop versions, we're of the mind that their small style mates perfectly with a convertible top. What's even better about the Targa 4 and 4S is that Porsche has done away with the issue of putting an awkward plastic window with poor visibility at the back of the soft top, opting instead for a fixed glass rear windscreen. While that does mean less of the cab is open, it makes for a much more functional drive, especially if you're going to push these 911s to the limits of their 370-420 horsepower engines. Mercedes AMG GT Roadster. Mercedes-Benz actually offers quite a few drop-top options across their catalog of vehicles. But there's no denying the draw of their AMG Performance in-house tuning division and the Mercedes AMG GT Roadster. A gorgeously aggressive coupe, this soft-top convertible does 0 to 60 in only 3.9 seconds, courtesy of a 469 horsepower and 465 feet-to-pound of torque powerplant. Those numbers get boosted even further in the GTC edition, which has 550 ponies, 502 feet-to-pound of torque, and a 0 to 60 time of 3.6 seconds. Whichever of the two options you end up choosing, however, you'll also get loads of other standard features. That includes an 8.4-inch touchscreen entertainment system, a beautifully engineered body and frame designed specifically to save weight, and much more. Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 Convertible. When Chevrolet first announced the latest Corvette ZR1, it was accompanied by a caveat: it was to be the most expensive new Chevy ever made. But then they unveiled the convertible version, which promptly took that crown. Of course, that cost is as high as it is because this sleek supercar is loaded to the gills with superb performance figures and features. For starters, its monstrous 6.2 liters V8 supercharged engine is good for a whopping 755 horsepower and 715 foot-pounds of torque, giving it a top speed of 212 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of 2.85 seconds, which is quick enough to send your eyeballs into the back of your skull. It also boasts carbon fiber accents across the exterior, with a matching engine cover, comes with ceramic Brembo brakes, and it's equipped with magnetic selective ride control technology, which detects road conditions every millisecond to make on-the-spot adjustments. All told, this is the best Corvette ever made by any measure. Maserati Gran Turismo Convertible. Maserati's Gran Turismo has a story that dates back more than 70 years, to 1947 when they released their A6 1500 GT Pininfarina. And their modern take is a direct descendant of that classic convertible, complete with Maserati's signature wheel-shark front grille opening. And while the exterior with its sleek lines and carbon fiber accents are certainly noteworthy, the star of the show is the racing-inspired V8 engine purring under the hood. That power plant is good for a horsepower rating of 484, perfect for hitting the highway at high speeds under the summer sun. When we say high speeds, it's important to note that this bad boy can do a whopping 177 miles per hour at full throttle. Though we wouldn't suggest pushing the limit unless you're out on the racetrack. BMW i8 Roadster. While there are a lot of excellent convertible cars on the road today, few of them are quite as unique as BMW's i8 Roadster. Not only does it have styling that looks like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it houses one of the more unique power plants on the road. For reference, the i8 houses an in-house made 1.5-liter twin-power turbo 3-cylinder gas engine under the hood which works in conjunction with a plug-in AC synchronous electric motor, making this a pure plug-in hybrid if there ever was one. What that means from a performance perspective is this bad boy can fully charge in just 3 hours, has a 0 to 60 time of 4.4 seconds, only 0.2 seconds slower than the hardtop, and has a combined horsepower rating of 369. Audi R8 Spider. It would be a bold claim to suggest that the Audi 8 South African Rand is the best supercar on the road right now, but we definitely understand anyone who felt that way. After all, the sleek styling, quattro all-wheel drive system, 2 V10 engine options, which differ by 69 bhp, and loads of other features make for a pretty incredible package. And it's helped by the fact that there's a drop-top Spider trim, so you can let down your hair under blue skies if you so desire. Mate that to a 0 to 60 time of 3.5 seconds, a top speed of 198, and a surprisingly high 18 miles to the gallon, and we're having a very hard time finding any faults in any version of the R8. It truly does put the super in supercar. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.